What is going on, everyone? It is me, Ace Hero, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, where today we're back in court. I believe I have an idea. I'm just not positive. I told you we were in court. I remember last time, apparently there was some kid that snuck onto the set, so we're going to try and figure out who he was so that we can prove that Mr. Will Powers was not the murderer. Though I don't think the kid was the murderer. Granted, I have no idea who the murderer could have been. Who knows, maybe it was a suicide. Man, that is a good 30 seconds of the intro, ain't it? Okay, October 18th, 11:08 a.m., District Court Attorney Defendant Lobby Number 3. Mr. WP. Yes. Tell me, sir, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So, who is the Steel Samurai in the security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner in the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? Why does it say... never mind. You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone who would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good, buddy. You're the only one likely suspect right now. Nick? What are we going to do? Wait, what about that kid? Oh, he was in 3rd grade, or I don't know. First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose them on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Yikes. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. Whew. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present to the prosecution thoughts on this matter? The prosecution thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let's hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you should be penalized. Alright, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So, who is this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? I don't want to say the assistant, because she seemed nice. But I have to. It was the assistant. Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it and is doing it, so she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. Oh. If you're serious, you got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo. Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lemon? He was dragging his foot. Oh, bad feeling this time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury? Yes, but she could have been faking it. Yeah, oh, and me. Yeah, I don't care. What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers. Dang nabbit. She could look the Steel Samurai costume with that. Oh, gosh, but she couldn't walk the walk. She wouldn't have limped. That kind of takes the legs out of under the case. Mr. Wright, I am afraid I have to penalize you as nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Maybe move on, Mr. Wright. The fight isn't over yet. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please. Very well, go ahead. So who is the person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? What if I said the girl again? Okay. They already... She's going to murder me herself if I say her. Fingers crossed, boys. It was the grade school boy. Why isn't anyone saying anything? Ha! Are you seriously suggesting the boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills veteran actor star with spear. For one thing, it was the SEAL samurai holding the murder weapon. Would you care to explain just how the boy was involved? Maybe that was a dumb move on my part. Maybe? How about absolutely, Nick? Mr. Wright, I'm afraid to penalize you as a warning. Nobody has seen the triple I've seen. She's going to murder me. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Mr. Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady Oldbag. What? What was happening? Order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Mrs. Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing around alone at the main gate. She was all by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the samurai costume. Then slipped into the Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her photo. If she knew she was in the costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump at any objection with some, evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? Oh, he doesn't like Oldbag as much as I do. The prosecution has no meaning objections at this time. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something. What's my move? Now is my chance to take this. Press further. Give Granny a break. Okay, I don't think she did it. There's no way she could have, so if I press further, there's not really anything that could happen. Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Okay, so if I press further, then Edgeworth might get some kind of evidence in order to, prove me wrong. So that's why I'm thinking no on the press further. But if I give her a break, then maybe they're gonna lay off her and not let her get a chance. So if I press... But I don't think she did it. There's no way she could have really done it. I don't think she had the strength to, lift that spear or whatever, even if it's just a prop. So I say we give Granny a break. I guess this does kind of make it look like she's the killer. Funny, I feel bad for her all of a sudden. It's true that the witness could conceivably committed this crime, yet we must not forget that the victim was an action hero. As formidable as his personality may be, I doubt she'd be strong enough. That's what I'm saying! That means Mr. Powers is it. I'm sorry, Windbag, but I don't have a choice. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Will Powers a suspect in this case can't be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's action on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? She was a fan of him. You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. Jeez, that was hard. No hard feelings, I hope. Oh, that was bad. There we go, that's how you wink. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went in the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was at that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds top. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy's not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders? Your elders' day? Whippersnap. I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a key card to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studio have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag's speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings of the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more from witness Miss Wendy. What was her name? Something Old Bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into Old Bag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. We did it, guys.
Wait a second.
What?
I'm not going to sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me, I'm talking.
There's music, though. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Old Bag, what is this about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about?
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. I thought that was going to be the end of the episode. 13 minutes long, but okay. My lips were sealed.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people in the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it.
See?
So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're going to go accuse me of not letting them get away scot-free...
Okay. Miss Old Bag, this is crucial information. Why didn't you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
That's not true. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of Old Bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Oh, gosh. So, you were told not to talk?
That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all on it. There were some other people in the studio the day of the murder.
Who were these people?
Well, the director and the prosecutor, for starter.
Oh, the director. Should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scenes without a director? Of course.
Yes, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So, where are these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around the lunchtime and we had a meeting after that.
Where?
In the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There's the Studio 2?
It's on the map, right? Get it right.
Well, if you look at the guide, like I said, there it is, Studio 2.
You go through the gate and right to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over.
Which, by the way, why is it falling off again? Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to do the cross-examination? I think I've already asked my questions, but... I should continue just in case. They said they had nothing to do with it. Why did they have nothing to do with it? Miss Old Bag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and still talked. Think to ask all the questions I have to ask? No, I want to continue. I guess there's no harm in getting as much information as I can. See? He knows it. So they were actually in the studio?
Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came.
I'll kill this woman, I swear it. I feel sorry for Edgeworth. Almost. She really left him hanging on this one. I think I've said all my questions. Take a break. Your Honor, we have learned that there are other global studios on the day in question. The director and the prosecutor and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather the information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people. We have just been told off. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. We did it, people. We did it. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Thanks so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really, it's nothing. Grin. Oh, or should I? Sniff. We'll be going down to the studio to get some more investigation. We'll have to find out about the director and prosecutor. They'll be turning up in the next trial as a witness for certain. So, now's my chance to get material for cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out who was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Oldbag? Well, what do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it really was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Will Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks, guys. To be continued. And I think that's where we're going to end it off for the day. Just save it right here. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a great episode. Not only did I not yawn, but we got some information. And we know that it's not going to be Mr. Will Powers, though. I kind of had a feeling in the first place that it wasn't going to be him. I hope you guys had a great time. I did, so I guess I'll see y'all next time. See y'all around. Bye.